Hello. Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for dealing with me during that Scribble.io debacle. Definitely want to try that again in between matches, except with KH or Rando related stuff. I'm going to get the joint tracker up here, but before we talk about the seed, I'd like to introduce today's commentators. They are both friends of the Gemini Hero Squad, as I call them, and therefore friends with VulkHylan. Panda Pyre, also famous for the recolor mod. I think it's a change of texture mod of some sort. I don't actually know the official name, but it's if you've seen those different color-looking organization members in Heartless, you have Panda Pyre to thank for that. And Scud, who also played in 2 qualifiers in Fresh Faces 2, are joining me on comms today. Panda Pyre, Scud, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
So,
Same. It's great to be here.
Let's take a look at this tracker, because this tracker is a little insane. Anything popping out at you immediately?
Oh, I would absolutely fail this seed. I hate LOD. This is gonna be interesting.
I have a bad habit of fading LOD, but I think if on a 7, I would probably go there.
Yeah,
7 on a... Yes, Disney Castle 7 is pretty exciting. We'll see how much of that is in the early game.
Yeah.
Also, a 5 on Pride Lands ain't bad either.
Yeah, and it's usually dead fairly early, but we had 2 checks last seed that were beyond the Simba talk. I think this might be the first seed where I think both racers, no matter what their aversion is to mouse push, will probably just push the mouse. It's like, I don't know how you ignore that. If we have 6 checks behind in Timeless River, we just push, right? Like, we don't have a choice.
Yeah, I guess we'll see how many are in the garden.
And I think I've actually got word that our racers are ready. So, chat, if you're ready, let's see. Let's see this. Oops, S0nzero's timer started early. Okay, hang on. I'm messaging Walpy. Okay, thank God. All right, no harm, no foul.
Got it fixed right away. That's good.
Yeah, it's good we caught that before the start. Yeah. Volk very clearly does not like these settings. Begin with these settings? No!
No.
Absolutely not.
I have to say, I'm so used to running critical seeds that when I was running these beginner seeds, I had to like completely change my way of thinking in terms of what tools I had, etc. Because a lot of the times, you don't need as many tools to do certain fights as you do in critical mode. Because in critical mode, you die pretty quickly, but in this, sometimes you're able to just brute force with stats alone, which is what I like to do. So we'll see if our runners decide to do any interesting plays based on the tools that they have.
Yeah, that's an excellent point.
I'm also used to running critical, and I think the big thing for me across my 2 qualifiers, the first one I played how I normally would. The second one I had to reevaluate, like, do I go do the like OC and Beast Castle and Halloween Town first, where I want to get out of those fights as fast as possible, and the longer I take to do that, the harder it becomes.
Yeah.
We've noticed even in like the first, like even earlier today, when Trickums and Silent Brow were making their routing, they even had different like obviously they had the no experience Keyblade to start, which is definitely a rare occurrence. No. But you got to see them. One of them, I think it was Trickums, actually just still push through Pride Lands regardless, just because it was I think it was like a 6. So it was like it was a 7. So it was like a really high check world. So it's like, I don't really care if I don't get the experience. I'm going there for the check density. So it's been really interesting to see, especially not on crit, everyone have a different derivation of how they want to go through the seed.
Yeah, that's interesting. If I had a no experience one, I'd probably go to DC first because there's less experience to be had there.
Right. I think I would shout out to Gemini and go get the struggle bed in Twilight Town or STT just to have a Keyblade without no experience.
Honestly, that's also a pretty good play. I like that.
So I think S0nzero is restarting after, I think maybe just like an accidental false start, maybe some sort of bug that he caught, but glad we caught that early rather than late.
Yep.
That one STT is, and they're off now for real. That one in STT is starting to scare me. Not
All
again, right? Not after the last seed. The last seed we had a proof deep in STT, which determined the victor last seed.
Yeah, I saw that.
Surely it's
That
not
was-
going to
and it-
happen again.
It's like the worst possible part of STT to put a proof to is right at the end almost.
I don't know. Volk and S0nzero not equipping dodge roll. I usually equip all 5. Ooh, that second chance is big.
Understand both on this situation. I never equip dodge roll.
I guess I'm quirky and unique then.
I honestly, I used to not equip dodge roll, but it was because I only knew how to quick run Roxas. That was the only way I knew how to beat him. So I would never put on dodge roll because it's like, wait,
Yeah.
Are my eyes deceiving me again?
What's up?
Take a look
Oh
at the
no!
Again?
Oh no! Again.
It's the same proof
Wow.
in the same location, and not like exactly the same chest, but it's another proof of non-existence in early Pride Lands,
And we have a level 2 Stitch too.
Yeah, that's Stitch on levels.
and that's dead levels. Oh my god! 4 checks in a minute and a half.
If I was running this, I would honestly be relieved that levels were dead right away.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, late levels have been something that people really, really don't like dealing with, because especially on beginner, it's hard to EXP boost, and it's not immediately clear where you go to get the levels.
Yeah, that qualifier seed with like, what was it? It was like in the late 40s. That was a scary seed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. I believe I was on that qualifier.
I was glad I did not do that one.
That was the qualifier where I pushed past the Tron grind, being like, I won't need it.
2 fires
Alright,
already.
nothing- 2 fires, which is good, but
Yeah,
nothing
yeah.
else super exciting yet.
I do like some early Fyra.
Shout out to Volk for 2 things. One, you may notice that the Sora icon is actually Roxas, so using the Roxas mod version of the tracker. And also, if I'm not mistaken, Volk's tiny little VTuber model is peeking its head through the tracker there.
Yeah, you can actually see the top of his little Tom Bray crown.
Oh yeah.
The crown is there just preemptively trying to summon the proofs. That's what it is.
It's his thinking cap.
Oh my god, SDT is dead.
STT is
Oh,
dead. Let's
wow.
go.
Well, hang on.
What a
It's
hint.
dead asterisk, because we don't know if we're going to need that page or not.
True.
But,
That is true.
man.
Is this the? I'm used to using the point system instead of the direct hint system. So if a proof is in 100 Acre Wood, all the pages are hinted, correct? Is that how it goes?
No, so that you're thinking of the J Smarty hint system, which is that
Gotcha.
there's like a hinted hint logic. So that is a thing. It is not necessarily the case here. The way the hints work here is that the reports just randomly point to a check that isn't another report or a proof. So it can point to a page, it can point to a magic, stuff like that.
Sure thing.
That last living bone is so annoying.
Yeah, it's not super intuitive that hitting it will keep it from attacking you.
Right.
Yeah.
It took me a while to learn that one, actually.
Oh.
So chat, I noticed Podgy was in chat earlier. S0nzero actually just had a massive PB, I think, on beginner any percent. Is that correct? I heard through the grapevine. I don't pay the most attention to speedruns, but I thought S0nzero just recently PB'd.
Is S0nzero a speedrunner?
I believe so, a beginner any percent speedrunner, if I'm not mistaken. I'm hoping that
that's
someone in
great.
chat can. Do we have a chat correspondent in the speedrunning community that can confirm or deny?
All right, we have officially diverged. S0nzero going to Agrabah, Volk going to Halloween Town. Both really good opening plays.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Pride Lands Halloween Town is a classic.
I think it's really smart that they're not going to Disney Castle right away because it's much faster to die on those initial fights, as they both demonstrated. And if you get more levels by going to DC first, that takes longer.
Yeah, I tend to leave DC a little later just in case I get forms ahead of it.
He's been doing good things, says Podgy. Okay, that's all that matters.
We got a light and darkness on Volk's side. Let's see if he gets himself a form to use that with.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a pretty important prerequisite. Anything we can do about the layout? Is that my layout doing that? It might
Yeah, I can't really see what S0nzero is getting because of the layout.
Let's see if I can move that down then. Good point. Thank you for that. Honestly, we can just hide it. Oh wait, no, but that'll hide the sound too, won't it? I guess we can just move it up because the alert will still play.
Sure. There we go. There we go.
He did PB. Okay,
Oh,
thanks for that, Podgy.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm really happy for him.
No, this.
I've honestly.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
I was just gonna say this is a very intense matchup, in my opinion, because Vulk has been around the scene for longer than S0nzero, but S0nzero came out swinging in Qual C. I don't think I've ever seen a new player destroy a qualifier like S0nzero did. S0nzero was like one check short of an ABN and still got first. So S0nzero is like showed up in style for his first qualifier.
I guess that's what speedrunning will do for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's I feel like the line between rando and speedrunning is very thin because you probably employ a lot of the same tricks.
It's a lot of the same skill set, I would say.
Yeah.
Like before getting to the randomizer part of it.
Yeah.
Vulk pushing LOD with the double fires. Probably. I wonder if he's gonna get just the first two or if he's gonna push it.
Given it's a 7.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Vulk has this uncanny ability to make decisions that I don't understand.
And we still haven't even set foot in DC yet. Or Twilight Town.
We've not even gone to DC. Ugh.
Oh my god.
We'll see if S0nzero follows in Vulk's footsteps here. Coming to the close on Halloween Town. This could potentially be an incredibly fast seed, or the last proof could be on Story Hill. Who knows?
Yeah, anything's up on the table right now.
Yeah.
Vulk's been doing a bunch of practice seeds that have apparently all been jet seeds, so I'm hoping that's not like a premonition of things to come.
Well, we'll see if that practice pays off here. Light and Darkness being in Halloween Town is also pretty nice, considering this is like the optimal place to reset for it anyways. So you don't even have to push Halloween Town to get that going. Alright, where's S0nzero going? Oh no. we
might just be doing the shotgun here though.
Yeah.
Maybe waiting for a magnet.
Yeah, I would definitely wait for a magnet if I were me, but that's because I hate LOD. Oh, yep, S0nzero just going for the shotgun.
Yep, that's exactly what I would be doing here.
In the words of Nobody Daxian, DYS, do your shotguns.
Do your shotguns. Alright, we'll see if okay, we have 2 new worlds here. We'll see if either of these worlds have anything to offer. It's a little hard to see on your stream, Roro, but what are the numbers for Olympus and Port Royal?
Olympus is a 3, and Port Royal is also a 3. Let me actually make the windowed projector view much bigger so you can probably tell. Let's see. This should probably increase the quality.
Oh, yeah, that's much better. Thank you.
Sorry about that.
No worries.
Jaylon, indeed, the Nuggets are on the line.
So Space Paranoids has a Thunder that's been hinted.
Also, did we collect Limit Form? Is that a Limit Form I see?
That is Limit Form.
Alright.
So much new content here. Oh my god, and Final right behind it.
Vulk doesn't even need to push. Vulk doesn't even need to push that Light and Darkness. That's just an immediate Final Form. Oh, and S0nzero's gonna go force it. Oh, S0nzero, you gotta... Oh, S0nzero didn't go into the workshop. Is that gonna work?
No, S0nzero, you can do it here.
Yeah, it still works. As long as you don't leave, I think.
Wait, what?
Oh.
Oh,
yeah,
I see what you mean.
Yeah, the characters aren't on the hill until you go into the workshop.
Oh yeah.
I thought he was in the
okay.
workshop. That's why I got confused.
I forgot about that.
No, S0nzero never entered it, so he's gonna have to find a way to replenish that drive gauge.
Yeah.
Volk doing some mouse, not pushing the mouse, just doing some pretty safe follows. I understand.
The rat is the rat is too
She-
unpredictable.
She is very frustrating sometimes, so I understand not wanting to push it. During my qualifier seed, I had a horrible mouse push, and it lost me a bunch of time.
Yeah, I've just about given up trying to push her against the wall. It feels like it's faster to do it the intended way now.
Yeah, but pushing her is more fun.
When it works, yes.
when it works.
You definitely feel more accomplished when you get it off.
Absolutely. Alright. Space Paranoids at a 2 for S0nzero, so we'll see if there's anything fun here. S0nzero doing exactly what I do. I get a form, I go to Space Paranoids to do the minigame.
SP is on my shotguns, whether I have a form or not, but that's about halfway through my shotguns.
I usually wait until I do my other shotguns to see if I end up getting it, but yeah. What's up, Roro?
Speaking of Space Paranoid Shotgun, was there anything that VulkHylan might have done in a previous qualifier before the Space Paranoid Shotgun that you want to talk about?
It was this chopping block, wasn't it? Where he
Yeah, it was
I
on
think you're
chopping block where Volk decided, in his infinite wisdom, to push Agrabah 2 before doing his Space Paranoid Shotgun, where there was a proof.
Yeah, the proof was on the Space Paranoid Shotgun, and it was the last proof he got, and he went all the way to Agrabah 2, and I have been dunking on him mercilessly for it since it happened.
Hey, it worked out for him
We got a
somehow.
report.
Yeah, that's what makes
Magnum
me
on
so
form.
mad.
Oh no, the hint was that there's once more in Olympus.
But
Yep.
Volk might not get it, because if you look at S0nzero's tracker, the shotgun has the
Yeah.
other 2 checks. So that actually kills
Mhm.
off Olympus Coliseum from having another proof.
I have confidence that Volk doesn't need it. Both of these players are excellent. And it's a beginner seed, so I'm not. So I find the tool not to be as useful.
And
Yeah,
they both have
but we'll see.
second chance as well to start.
And they also have second chance, but we'll see if that we'll see if they end up needing it.
If I know Volk, I don't think he'll value it very highly.
No.
Alright, S0nzero's now
Man,
going
there's
to push
still
the mouse.
2 checks in here, huh?
That's what,
Well, we have 3
possibly one
checks
on
left.
Windows.
Oh, that's a beautiful mouse push from S0nzero.
Looking pretty good. And we still have 2 checks left in DC here.
2 checks past the windows, huh? Looks like Volk's gonna save that for later.
Makes sense. You have a wisdom form hinted as well, so you might want to potentially collect a bit more forms before you do the windows.
Yeah.
So we get at least some
Or the-
breathing room because they're circling back over each other now.
Yeah. Looks like Volk's gonna get his hands on limit form. We'll see if that informs any of his decisions. Wish there was a wall to push her against in this room.
This room is the entire reason I have a bad habit of leaving mouse push too late.
I usually just get it over with because I think it's really good levels in the early game. Also, I'm insane. But I mean, with at a 7 with Disney Castle at a 7, I feel like you gotta.
Yeah,
Like both of
after
our
my
runners have
shotguns,
shown.
I would probably just bite the bullet and do this in LOD before anything else.
Braver than I am, I would absolutely wait for that magnet for LOD.
there anything... This LOD is starting to get a little scary because with the magnet on drives, you don't have many drive forms. And
No.
if any of the drives exist in LOD, then it's kind of a chicken and the egg situation. You want magnet to go into LOD, but LOD is the thing that might give you your magnet.
Yeah.
Speaking of the chicken, Volk just got the baseball bat.
Let's go.
Catching up with S0nzero on bluing Agrabah. Heading into HB.
With the magnet on forms in that LOD, you got level 4 right now if you go to Twilight Town with final form. Oh, looks like Volk has something similar in mind doing the Hollow Bastion force fight.
Yeah, you got a level off of this for final.
Oh, yeah. Air combo boost, that's a great ability to have. I'm always excited when I see those boosts.
It makes you feel
The
like you're
boosts are
actually going to do more
definitely
damage.
Yeah. Alright, S0nzero push in Beast Castle.
It's a real shame you can't take final form into this post-turn fight.
Yeah. Volk has limit form, though. Wait, does he?
No, he does not. Limit was on OC.
Oh, I thought
He has
limit
not
was
gone
an
yet.
Agrabah. Never mind, he does not have limit yet. Yeah, final in this fight would be incredible. A lot of auto abilities so far, too.
Alright, S0nzero's going into Beast Castle now.
Full pushing HB2, makes sense.
And
A
that
lot of
means-
checks in both of these locations.
Yeah, and that means no reports here either in Hollow Bastion since it's the second visit at this point.
That's something that I always forget about, honestly.
It's
That
tough
second
to
visits
remember.
had not have report. It's tough to remember that, especially because, like, I feel like you don't do a lot of second visits.
Well, HB is like
Like
the one
some-
exception. Oh my god!
Oh,
HP.
there's the promise charm.
Wow. Suddenly our runners are tied again.
Well, they're tied and could cross over each other soon, so now it's just who
That is
goes
true.
to the other world first so far. The Botters indeed strikes again. And we still have Twilight Town for
Wow.
both players to go visit. And 100 Acre. Speaking of 100 Acre, Torn Page for Volk and HB2.
This really is a 3-proof seed already, like super early.
Yeah. I'm scared.
I would be eating real well on this seed.
And Hollow Bastion is now dead
Blizzard
from Volk's
roll.
perspective.
Yep.
Barring maybe the Wisdom form yielding something on the drives.
Drives are only a 2, so it's kind of hard to push that.
It's
right
hard to
now.
push it, but you also don't want to feel like if the Wisdom form is right there.
Exactly. You gotta finish your checks.
I think S0nzero is deciding to leave BC to go do other shotguns.
Yep, that final form informing S0nzero to head over to Twilight Town.
Yeah.
Man, 3 proofs in 20 minutes. That's crazy.
We kind of had something similar last seed where we had a double proof in HB2, and Trickums found them both fairly quickly. And then we spent another hour basically looking for the last one. Not quite that long, but like that last proof evaded the stream for a while.
Oh, Volk's deciding to push this.
I'm assuming just to get that.
Volk
wisdom
really
form.
wants that fun. Yeah, hopefully.
Oh wait, but there's no. You have to go
There's
through
two-
the dancer check, right? Oh, leveling final.
You have to
maybe?
go through the answer.
Yeah, he does get
Yeah.
another level on final here.
Okay. And decent levels, period, which is also going to be helpful for
Yeah.
Yeah,
fights later.
that vinyl form Firaga is so nice.
Oh yeah, we do have Firaga, don't we?
Mm-hmm. It's a Firaga seed.
Reflect in TT1 for S0nzero.
See, that would be my only worry about pushing, if getting all the 4 proofs and then pushing final fights is, man, I really wish I would have a Reflect, but that's not a problem for S0nzero anymore.
Yeah, that is the one tool going into final fights that I can't live without, is at least a single Reflect.
It's just it's so great for that first Xemnas attack. Sometimes you can even skip the first phase by Reflex alone if your stats are good enough. Volk not getting Wisdom Form from those chests.
This could spell trouble if there is actually a proof on levels, or sorry, proof on drive levels.
Yeah.
Especially if they're deep, because that means you have to go do that required content.
He's doing it. He's going to Space Paranoids before Agrabah 2.
We're learning.
Let's go.
Well, to be fair, he can't really go to Agrabah 2 this time around.
That's true.
The seed has prevented that from being possible.
But what if Explosion is an Agrabah 2?
Well, then I guess none of our races are getting it. Getting some chip levels.
We're probably
here.
not going to find anything here.
Trying to get up to final form, I have to imagine, here for S0nzero. Nicely done. And now I think we can get up to level 4. We might not be able to get to level 4 on this fight since we did already do quite a few hits, but we'll see.
Level 3?
It'll be close.
There we go.
Final 4.
Sure.
Nicely done. Do we have anything on the station? So as soon as we find, what, is it proof of peace? We know where all the proofs are. The question is just who circles back to the other person first.
Alright, S0nzero deciding to push TT1.
And Volk
is pushing further into SP.
Ooh, 8 and 9 combo boost. That's great.
Yeah. Ooh, with Final Form Fire, I like this play a lot. I was gonna say, what tools is Volk gonna use to try to get some levels here? Final Form Fire just eliminates these parts. You're getting good levels from the start. It's not gonna take you too long to finish. Definitely unconventional, but I respect it. Get these early levels, make everything else easier.
I think it's a great play.
And
it's
honestly,
definitely better than going in with
use
nothing.
it for levels. Just like, I'm going. It's a 3. Like,
Yep.
I'm just gonna finish that first visit.
Yeah, I did that on one of my qualifiers. I was like, I'll get what levels I can and push past, and there was a proof, so... perhaps Volk will have the same luck.
Sonic Rider saying
Alright,
Volk...
Blizzard.
Go ahead.
I was just about to say Blizzard for S0nzero, so the Twilight Town's
wow.
only a 1 now.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Sonic Rider 18 is saying surely Volk is going to find the Promise Charm soon, and I hope so, but the way that Volk's been playing, it's like once he's been going into a world, he hasn't been immediately pushed to leave, so it depends on how late Volk leaves BC. If Volk just decides to push worlds like Twilight Town and OC...
Oh, I saw him heading towards BC and he completely U-turned to TT.
It makes sense though. You know the
Yeah.
TT4 could be a form the first visit. Makes sense to me.
Goofy Nene to finish off the S0nzero fight. Alright, we know there's a Reflect here for Volk, but that's about it so far, so let's see if S0nzero uncovers anything. Considering just considering LOD is a 7, I'm wondering what S0nzero is waiting for. Probably a magnet, which would make sense.
Yeah, that would make sense.
I think a magnet and maybe an additional form to try to get some levels out of it.
That'd be good.
I think if
That
I was
wisdom
in
form
S0nzero's-
probably looks enticing.
If I was in S0nzero's position here, I definitely think I would have tried to get some limit levels on the way up the tower.
I think I would have, if
Yeah,
I'm in
keep it
S0nzero's position, I actually wouldn't even be shocked to see trying to go for that wisdom before going into LOD. Because A, there's also 2 more checks, so if that's a magnet, I feel like I'm winning. And then also I can use wisdom form to level in LOD, so I wouldn't, and
Exactly.
it read my mind exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that is a really good point.
Unfortunately, S0nzero is not going to find this wisdom form.
It will be interesting to see, though, if he makes a similar conclusion as, or if he'll push as far as Vulk did. I have to imagine probably not, because I think Vulk pushed HB earlier. Well, obviously he pushed earlier, but I think like Vulk had less available on the tracker than S0nzero does now. So I'm not sure if he's gonna push this wisdom form as vigilantly as Vulk did.
Just notice that that combo master's on a Keyblade this seed. That's very unfortunate.
Oh, is it really?
Yes.
Oh man.
Vulk catching himself equipping Light and Darkness. And
That would be tragic.
unequipping it.
I would definitely think I would wind up saying to heck with the stats and going for Combo Master on the Keyblade.
That would... Honestly, I'm not sure if I could turn down that, like, what, 10-9 air combo boost? That's pretty good.
It is pretty good.
Remember when Gem equipped no experience during one of his seeds back in the day? Good times. Alright, S0nzero looking to get some limit forms. Limit form levels. We haven't seen any limit levels yet, right?
No, because Vulk doesn't have limit, and this is the first we're seeing of it.
Alright. Alright, S0nzero looking to say hi to Pooh.
No Torn Page in possession yet.
No.
We'll get one if he decides to go back into HP2.
And nothing at Pooh's house. Alright, where's S0nzero off to?
Oh, there we go.
Oh, no. Alright. S0nzero about to pull ahead. After this, we are just looking for peace.
Yep. And Vulk, I mean, this could go any way, because if Vulk goes into BC, he'll find that Promise Charm relatively quickly. And also, with Vulk having that Torn Page from Hollow Bastion, can go further in 100 Acre Wood than S0nzero did. So this is really a absolute coin flip right now.
Alright, Vulk decided to push the rest of TT1.
Buckle up, chat. We're going proof hunting.
Yeah,
we are proof hunting.
We're go mode hunting.
We'll see if S0nzero... Yeah, we'll see if S0nzero decides to push the rest of LOD, because Vulk left after these initial checks, right?
I believe so, just to try to get some shotguns out of the way, but S0nzero at
Yeah.
this point has finished the shotguns. I don't think there's a single world that S0nzero, other than STT, that S0nzero has not entered. So I think S0nzero is saying, to heck with trying to find a magnet, like, that's not working out for me, and I don't have the wisdom form yet, so I'm just gonna push this densely checked world.
So S0nzero's impatience, I might say, rewards him here.
Well, we'll see. We don't know.
Him.
You don't speak too soon. This LOD could be nothing but paper.
Commentator's curse, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Sometimes the world is just a library.
Well, we've talked about how drives have 5 checks, and it's like, oh, a form, how useful, and then the 5 drives are just bait. So
exactly. Oh, I'm very unfortunately aware of that.
I have a bad habit of hyperfixating on form levels, so I know that too well.
Oh my god, these stupid shadows. So annoying.
And that's probably,
Thankfully, fire is a great way to deal with them, though.
yeah, especially when you blow up the tents. It's why I think most racers like having a magnet for this section, because you can cast it even if the shadow is in the ground, and it'll stick around long enough so that when the shadow does finally peek its head out, it'll get clipped.
I usually like to get a thunder for that section. Because when you're able to time a thunder for when the shadow is rising out of the ground, you can usually hit it from far away.
So Volk is coming back to LOD, not having yet hit Beast Castle, which unfortunately we know has the Promise Charm, and also had not set foot in 100 Acre yet.
Also hasn't gone to OC.
Oh, good point. I didn't even notice that. He's done a deeper push in HB2, and no, same push in DC.
There's another Reflect.
Flera, that's nice.
Utility coming in handy.
Oh, S0nzero getting caught by the Storm Rider here.
This right here is another reason I like having a magnet, because it completely stops this guy from hitting you.
Not Storm Rider, that's the boss. I always get those two mixed up.
Alright, Bulk is right on S0nzero's tail here.
Yeah.
That's another fire hint.
Do you want a Firaza? Alright, Money Pouch. That's an air check. 2 left.
I do want to quickly remind everybody that we have not yet done the giveaway for the copy. I think we might do one after this seed if we've got time, and then I'll start another one for today because we have more copies than I think we have days left. So we might give away 2 copies today given how many matches we have. So just a gentle reminder that Command Donate, all funds go to humanitarian aid for Ukrainian civilians, both those that have fled and those still on the ground in Ukraine. Additionally, I do want to mention that if you are a big donator, big spender, we do have a donation matching feature on Tiltify where you can pledge. I think the bare minimum is, unfortunately, it's quite high. It's 500. I think I had talked with Comey and we were like, it would be so much cooler if we could bring that down to like 100 or 250 just to make it more reasonable. But if you are someone who wants to make that pledge, you can do a donation match, and any additional donations that trickle in will be effectively doubled because of that pledge. So if you're willing and able, please consider doing a donation match.
During that time, S0nzero found... Oh, Volk found the same report. It's a dead report for a cure in Disney Castle, so LOD is a 1 now.
And both racers electing to do minute fight. This is something I did not expect.
No.
Yeah, I'm not sure I would do the same with a 1 on LOD, personally. But...
I can't pretend to know what the racers are thinking right now, but my thought process is here is that they both think that the other racer wouldn't dare push LOD as a 1.
Yeah, the metagaming. Well, I will say S0nzero has limit form, so I think S0nzero was able to get a couple limit form levels out of it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, is able to restore the drive, but isn't able to get up to limit 4.
Yeah, looks like Volk's getting himself a drink right now.
Listen, that's a strat. Bathroom break, grab yourself a drink. You meme, but like I lost a couple of races because of that. So
there are very few places in these seeds that you can actually take a break.
Yep, S0nzero electing to push somewhere else. Ah, Port Royal. Well, he does have a blizzard now, so that's a good idea.
This looks like a speedrun strat. I don't typically see this in the randomizer, but this Chicken Little strat.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the Chicken Little play is here. I'm excited to see what this is going to do.
Strat.
Oh! That
went
ended immediately,
real fast.
Wow.
And
wow.
Okay, I'm keeping that one in mind. I have learned something today.
Wow.
S0nzero teaching me something. That's great. And I mean, I usually like Chicken Little for this fight anyways, and he's already out, so...
I love the chat. Like, write that down.
Write that down. Write that down.
Now, this is so quick. Look at that. Oh my god, that was beautiful.
Wow.
I'm writing that down too.
Oh.
I'll probably forget.
Volk
but I'm still gonna
deciding
write it
to
down.
Volk deciding to push LOD to fight Sean Yu.
This is a very ballsy play. It's something that could easily like give you a huge advantage, but simultaneously throw you off guard or like throw you astray, a la the Promise Charm in DC, just hanging out at the start.
S0nzero got himself a torn page. We'll see if he decides to say hi to Pooh again.
That's his first torn page of the run, if I'm not mistaken, too. You didn't
I
get
believe
the one
so.
in
Yeah.
HP2.
Yeah. We know there's one in TT or STT.
So I think we have 30 checks across both racers. So here's what our current joint tracker looks like. Because, oh my god, wait, there's 3 in SP2, or Hostile Program and Beyond. I just noticed that, because Volk actually went through screens, right?
Yep.
That 3 is
So
Hostile
that is
Program and Beyond.
Those
Oh
are
my god.
Those are some deep SP checks.
Are we going back in?
All right.
We are not. What are we... Alright.
Oh, Volk's gonna go get himself a Promise Charm, it
Here
looks
we
like.
go. Now comes the coin flip. This is where
You said earlier that racers did their shotguns, but I'm a firm believer that there is no shotgun for Port Royal. You either do Port Royal or you don't.
I usually do the town as part of my shotgun and then leave and come back.
It's both benefited me and also bit me in the butt. I always do the entirety of Port Royal 1 when I go, just because it's a pretty constant stream of checks the whole time.
Yeah, my only personal disagreement there is the forced waiting fight feels like too much time wasted during shotguns.
That's fair.
this is starting to look real scary because it could just be hanging out in PR or DC, but it could also, or not DC, 100 Acre Wood. I mean, it could be in DC as well.
Yeah.
Some of these are deep pushes.
Yeah, Volk technically trailing behind S0nzero here, just now getting his third proof, and while S0nzero's getting some new checks for himself.
I mean, once that third proof is collected, it's like right now it is literally just
It is,
the right
yeah.
move. It is a roulette wheel spin here at this point.
What I'm wondering is if Volk is going to turn around after getting the Promise Charm or continue to push for that one.
Well, Volk does have Reflect now, so I think Thresholder is not that big of a commitment. So we'll see what this Volk decides to do. There it is.
I'm trying to think like what. So Volk has not done OC shotgun or 100 Acre either. So maybe this one makes you think. Nope, he's menuing. This is full intent to.
Yep, he's doing Thresholder.
Yep. Can I just praise the rando developers really quick for this incredible quality of life change on display?
Yes, thank you.
Indeed. Revolutionary development.
It took me forever to convince Gemini to start using this in casual seeds.
It just prevents you from getting early onset arthritis, you know?
Whatever you say, Gemini. Drink your tea.
Hot Takes 2 is coming up, so save it for that. Like, skill-based earns is a better take than this minigame, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I still don't agree with that one, but it certainly is.
Alright, so here we go. New content from both players here.
Yeah, this is a deep 2. Like I said, there's a lot of checks in PR, but they're all just kind of spread evenly around, so.
For those unaware, by the way, since you can't really see his model, so VulkHylan is if you recall last year, we did a My Friends Are My Power incentive, which is actually coming back this year. VulkHylan was actually able to get somewhere in the 20s, I think, of checks blind. Oh my god!
That hint is huge, by the way.
I think that's game.
That is
And,
unfortunately likely
yeah.
game. Wow.
That is a...
The hint was huge, the
Crazy
proof was huger.
Yeah. What a visit. What a push.
Yeah, because the hint says that Vulk is currently chasing a Thunder.
Oh, man. But, to finish my sentence, Vulk was actually the one who was blindfolded and was able to get, I think in roughly 2 or 3 hours, was able to get roughly half the checks on the tracker with Gemini's instructions in his ear, so... Even if Vulk loses this, you have not seen the last of him yet.
Well, that sounds like a fun time.
I can't wait. I hope we raise enough money to make that incentive happen.
Especially with Gem instructing him. Oh man.
Well, they've got it down to a science. That's the thing. Like their system, whatever it is, it works.
They're actually quite good at that. I've watched some of their practice.
Yeah. So yet again, drives and 100 Acre Wood, despite not having reports, all bait.
Getting those last few levels in here.
Yeah, considering how quickly the levels on these gotcha Heartless come in, I think it's a good decision to get as many as you can on the way out.
Oh, absolutely. And S0nzero has, unfortunately, all the time in the world. Very fortunate for him, but folks chasing.
Makes
folks
perfect
chasing that
sense,
3.
right? Because that 3, if it's not a report on hostile program, that's huge information. So this 3 is probably what I would be doing in his situation too. Maybe Port Royal would be up there, but I can't blame the 3 on SP. This is just a classic case of choose correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. S0nzero putting out a very impressive performance here, I will say.
The funny thing is that... Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, that Chicken Little strat from earlier really, really blew my mind.
It's been really interesting to see the speedrunners come in, because it's now like, some of the things that I think are obvious for a rando are not obvious to a speedrunner, and then vice versa, like... Like, you see that strat being performed probably on every speedrun, right? And so, like... If you watch the speedrun, it's like, yeah, you've never seen that before. But like, yeah, it's really nice, kind of bringing the fusion of the speedrun and the rando together.
Royal has torn pages, and another thing is that S0nzero not using Chicken Little during this part. Like what were you saying, where some strats may be obvious, some may not. I love Chicken Little for this section.
Right.
Yeah, with Magnet, I prefer Stitch, but yeah, in a pinch, Chicken Little, when he cooperates, works great here.
Exactly.
And then for this next fight, right after this, the Energy Core, whatever it's called, Chicken Little is great for that one.
And to Dare's point, Dare said Jet Seeds are my favorite, and like maybe this is just like the beginner baseline just constantly improving. But I'm looking at this, like, we have Shan Yu on the tracker, we have barrels on the tracker, we've got like deep pushes here. Like, I don't even know if I would consider this a jet seed. It's just our players are getting more and more talented from just watching other people. The randomizer getting more accessible. That, like, I think a seed like this could have easily taken hour plus on Fresh Faces 1. They're just making jet seeds out of everything.
Yeah,
those first potentially... Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, those first 2 proofs and the Promise Charm definitely looked like a jet seed, but with the last proof being on PR, like end of PR1, I think at that point it being a jet seed is all player skill.
Yeah.
These players are fantastic.
Coming up on a sub 50 here on S0nzero, and that's a crazy amount of time for a seed.
Electing to use Stitch to conserve on items makes perfect sense to me.
Volk heading into deep into PR1, but unfortunately I think it's going to be too late.
Yeah, Podge, you're absolutely right. So S0nzero didn't have to do nearly as much, but that's also part of the like luck of the draw, right? Like S0nzero could have easily potentially gone through 100 Acre Wood, gone through SP like Volk did, done Shan Yu, done HP2. So like S0nzero was able to forego a lot of content just because of luck. He also played incredibly well. Don't get me wrong.
Oh,
This
Volk
could have
electing
been
not to push
disastrous
PR1.
given- Yeah. I'm used to watching Dewey play Nightmare, so my thoughts are skewed. You know what? Fair. That's very fair. You have to do like 3 hours of content just for your first reflect there. So you know what? 100% valid. Speaking of Nightmare, that incentive got met, and we are tentatively scheduled for Wednesday evening for the Nightmare race between AA Dewey and Ragnar. So thank you for that segue setup there, Podgy. That was beautiful. I might have to add it to the calendar.
Not going to be able to cash that one, but I'm excited to watch that later.
We'll make a VOD and put it to our YouTube channel if our racers are okay with that. Double in Ragnarok, that is. Podgy, what's your
landing
Venmo?
on the building.
Yeah, S0nzero going for the fast building on that second toss.
That was beautiful. Oh, beautiful freeze frame for S0nzero.
I love when that happens.
It's been so crazy just to watch like the top 32. Like both Trickums and S0nzero got through final fights so quickly.
And right into second phase here.
Yeah, this is an absolute clinic on final fights.
Beautifully timed reflex.
Are we gonna go straight into dome skip? And it looks like we're getting dome skip.
Oh, beautiful. Volk, meanwhile, trying to go for Honeypot Slider Champion.
And we'll keep streaming him as long as he wants to keep playing. But GG's to S0nzero.
Congrats, S0nzero.
Beautiful dome skip.
Beautiful performance.
And our second entrant into the top 16. And honestly, Volk kept this incredibly close. I could have easily seen like a Shan Yu push or something similar, you know, giving Volk a massive advantage. Unfortunately, all the proofs were semi-early. Oh, Volk is just done.
Yep.
Volk is like,
that's
yep, that's about it. Can't blame him.
Ugh.
It's just the nature of the seed. That was
Make sure
very,
you give
very
a-
close and entertaining to watch. Two
Yeah,
Everybody
very...
make sure you give a... Yeah. God.
I think that these are two players that would have easily put on a clinic in the top 16 had they been faced against different opponents. So it's it just speaks to the high stakes of these races that like you've just got some incredibly talented racers going up against each other super early, and this is just the outcome, just one correct push. So congrats to S0nzero. Let me update the challenge for those of you watching at home with your filled out predictions, trying to win that pin from Dallin. Where is this? There it is. S0nzero. Report scores. GG's to S0nzero with the Chicken Little strat. What a debut into the top 32. So we got like quite a bit of time before the next race. So I think we will quickly go through the spoiler log again. If commentators, you want to go through that with me.
Sure thing.
And then we'll go through custom Scribble.io with a list of words that I've done. Let me actually save that before I lose my progress there.
I'll probably need to head out after we take a look at the spoiler log, but thank you so much for having me.
No worries. It's been so great having you. Very close race. Very, very close race. Alright, so after I save this TXT, there we go. It's done. Let's open the spoiler log, shall we? So with the joint tracker in here, let's get this the spoiler log open. All right, so what do we want to... Let's start with the things that are hinted. Let's start with the magnet. Master 6 had our magnet.
Ugh.
Disgusting. The Torn Page in Space Paranoids, or not Space Paranoids, Simulated Twilight Town, was the mansion dining room. So imagine if the proof was deep in 100 Acre. We'd be chasing that forever. The Thunder in Space Paranoids is Solar Sailor.
Okay.
The Thunder in Beast Castle is Zaldin again. So another seed with a Zaldin check. The Once More was the Underworld entrance. So right after Urns, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
And so everything else is... Oh no, the Wisdom Form is hinted. Where was the Wisdom Form in...
Where was that?
Gullwing check.
Oh,
so we weren't getting that
no.
Wisdom Form for a very, very long time. Yep, Dallin, it was I think it was a Zaldin Thunder. It was definitely a Zaldin check. I don't remember if it was a Thunder. All right, let's go world by world now. Twilight Town, what was left there? Twilight Town had another Reflect in the mansion dining room.
Oh.
Land of Dragons had Valor Form in the throne room. So the drive's bait continues. Disney Castle has Secret Answer Report 9, which hints that Land of Dragons has a money pouch. I'm trying to find the last thing. I'm not seeing it. Am I missing something? Down... Oh, and Secret Answer Report 1. No. Is there another Secret Answer Report that I'm missing?
It has 1, 4, and 9 so far.
Yeah. Cure... Oh, and Torn Pages. It has Torn Pages on Boat Pete. And Report 9 was on the Wisdom Form check. So, Boat Pete and Pete were required to blue the world. Let's... drives, I guess I have to do... level. So drives were... Oh my god. So Magnet was on Master level 6. Feather Charm was on Limit level 5. But if you wanted Limit, you needed to get to Master... or Master Form was on Limit level 6. So to get the Magnet, you would have had to first go to Limit 6 to get the Master Form, then to go to Master 6 to get the Magnet. So
where are
drives...
the other two magnets?
The other two magnets, let's find out. We're gonna pop into Halloween.
Real rabbit hole.
Yeah, the drives were bait and a half. That could have been catastrophic. So Halloween Town had the Cure, the Lamp Charm on Decisive Pumpkin, which is that Experiment? That sounds like Experiment to me, right?
That is post-experiment, yeah.
Oh my god. So we have... I think there's another report. I just need to scroll down to find it. Report 13, which was on Oogie Boogie. So you have to go all the way. Which hints that 100 Acre Wood has a magnet. Oh my god.
And we know that magnet was half page 2 at the very least.
Indeed. Unfortunately for you Ground Shaker enjoyers, this would have been a Ground Shaker seed that yielded a Blizzard. Space Paranoids has a magnet element on the Central Computer Core, which I assume is after Solar Sailor. And then a Secret Answer Report on Hostile Program, which I think I neglected to put for Volk, which said the Port Royal has Torn Pages. And then last but not least, this 100 Acre Wood. Dear Lord. The Thunder. Starry Hill. Yeet the Bear.
Eat that bear.
It's the Cure, which is, I'm assuming, Yeet the Bear. Torn Pages were in Kanga's house. And the magnet was also at Kanga's house. So...
Oh, I think the Cure check is actually End of Spooky Cave.
The...
Am I wrong? Here?
No, it's because it says Starry Hill Cure element, so that's the...
Oh, okay.
I think that is the last one. That is Yeet the Bear. Yeet the Bear Thunder.
Then I failed the knowledge check. I apologize.
It's all good. But that means that our two of our Thunders were behind Zaldin and Yeet the Bear. That is disgusting.
And that third one was... Oh man, that was... What a seed.
The drives bait
Hate
really just continue. Have we had a drives proof yet in all of... I think we had maybe one. We had one drives proof, I think, in one qualifier, but everything else has been drives bait. Oh my god. Well, what a crazy seed. GG's to S0nzero. Commentators, I'm going to do the giveaway, and then we'll probably play some Scribble.io with custom words from the KH2 Rando. Every single word will be related to KH2 Rando for those that want to stick around and just goof off with us until the next race. But commentators, thank you so much for joining me. I'd love to give you a chance to talk about yourselves, where people can find you. Let's go in alphabetical order. So, Panda Pyre, why don't we start with you? Hello?
Oh, I'm sorry. What's up?
I said I'm giving you a chance to talk about yourself and where people can find you.
I apologize. You
It's
cut
all
out
good.
for me, and my name got garbled out there. So yeah, you can find me on X with the same handle. As you know, I'm apparently well known for the recolor mod. It was just a funny little project I did all the way back on. Honestly, I did it on PCSX2 back in the day, on the original, and I don't know. So someone ported it to PC, and I don't know how to get it on PC. So if anyone knows how to get it on PC,
Dragon Blast runs with it regularly, so we'll put you.
I
in
will
contact.
have to give. Please put me in contact. I want that mod. I don't know where to find it. Because I saw Nintendo running it one time on like an enemy rando thing, and I had no idea where he got it from. But yeah, you can also find me regularly running seeds. I love this game. I regularly run with Vulk, as previously mentioned, and my fellow commentator Scud and Gem and a lot of other folks. So I'm in the KH2 Rando Discord if you ever need to get a hold of me for anything. Don't feel free to shoot me a message.
Beautifully said. Scud, what about you?
You can find me at twitch.tv/Scud, and I'm going to take a quick moment to shout out. I also worked on, I did the portrait editing and the trailer graphics for the Roxas mod, so I'm just going to shout that out real quick. Check out the Roxas mod, it's real cool. My friend Gemini put a lot of work into it. Yeah, it's great stuff.
You want to tell people where they can find the Roxas mod?
I would love to. I don't, off the top of my head, know exactly where to find it. Bug Gemini, Gemini Hero.
Yeah, Gemini, if you're in chat,
yeah.
you have permission to drop the link to the Roxas mod.
Oh yeah, shout out
Roxas
Roxas mod. I did
mod. There we go.
There we go.
I did the lion portrait for Roxas for Pride Lands, and that's my only contribution. So, that credit for portrait art in the opening credits with the Pride Lands, yeah.
Well, beautifully said. Both of you, thank you so much for joining me in the commentary booth, and I hope to hear from you guys from the rest of the tournament. Just
Of course.
stay well. Thanks again for joining me.
It was
Thank
a
you so
pleasure
much
being
for
here.